Japan's Sakatsume repeat over Alexa at WTA PH Open Manila, Philippines. Alex Eala gets a chance at redemption against Japanese Himeno Sakatsume in the round of 16 of the Philippine Women's Open on Wednesday at Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. The Filipino rising star continues her title bid in the maiden WTA 125 event at home against an ex-tormentor in a duel set not before 6 p.m. Eala lost to Sakatsume 6-0, 6-3 in their first meeting back in 2023 in Osaka, Japan. That match, though, was 3 years ago, and a lot has changed since, with Eala now inside the top 50 in the WTA following a banner 2025. The 24-year-old Japanese is also enjoying her best run so far with a career-high world number 140 ranking. "I'm super excited to play Alex. She was maybe 200 that time. She really improved her rankings and play," said Sakatsume. "Before we played in my hometown. Now we play here. Yesterday I watched her game and the crowd was so incredible. I'm looking forward to playing in front of that crowd." Eala made quick work of Elena Kariva in her WTA 125 debut at home 6-1, 6-2 on Monday night. Despite the rain delay, Sakatsume saved off a comeback by compatriot Nao Hibino to win 6-3 July 5 Tuesday night and arrange a date with Eala. Sakatsume knows that she'll be going against the massive home crowd, but is eager to pull off a massive upset. "I will try my best. I hope to enjoy our match," she said. Tennis Shadow and Sunlight. A tale from the WTA Philippine Women's Open palm tree. The afternoon sunlight stretched long shadows over the courts of the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, where the air hung thick with heat, expectancy, and the rhythmic thwack of tennis balls slicing through tropical air. Manila wasn't just hosting a tournament. It was hosting a story, a collision of past and present, of legacy and rising legend. For all who gathered, this was more than competition. It was destiny being written game by game. At the heart of this narrative stood Alex Eala, the pride of the Philippines. The crowd had come alive every time her name was announced, a testament not just to her skill, but to the journey that had brought her here. From the hushed promise of junior championships to the thunderous acclaim that greeted her at home, they saw in her something rare, not just a champion, but a spirit with the courage to inspire. And across the net, equally driven, stood Himeno Sakatsume, a player from Japan whose previous victory over Eala had cast a shadow that lingered in the collective memory of both players. Sakatsume wasn't just another opponent. She was the foil, the challenger whose own ambitions were sharpened by the taste of past triumph. Trophy, the stage is set. Earlier in the tournament, Alex had launched the inaugural Philippine Women's Open with resounding authority, dominating her first match with a confident 6-1, 6-2 victory. The kind of performance that made fans leap to their feet and whisper of potential miracles to come. But this match wasn't about cruising wins or minor moments. It wasn't about ease. It was about rebirth, revenge, and the remarkable resilience etched into the careers of both women standing under the blazing sun. For Sakatsume, this wasn't uncharted adversity. She had bested Eala before, a fact that tasted like iron in her mouth, a bitter reminder that even the sunniest days held shadows. Her eyes were fixed not just on victory, but on repeating history, on proving that her prior win wasn't a flash of luck, but a testament to her own rising prowess. For Alex, however, this match was an emblem of something greater, a chance to rewrite that history, to transform a previous heartbreak into a new hymn of triumph. The echoes of past losses weren't burdens, they were fuel. Tennis, the dance begins. The opening rally was electric, a blur of powerful serves and grinding baseline rallies. Every sliced backhand from Eala seemed to carry the collective breath of thousands, and every return from Sakatsume bore the calm precision of a strategist. The scoreboard sparsely marked the points, but the real score, heartbeats, silent prayers, memories, wasn't so easily tallied. Alex struck her forehand with a ferocity that had become her hallmark. White, clean, unapologetic. Her serve, once a source of inconsistency, had matured into a weapon precise enough to earn free points and gain respect from a disciplined opponent. Still, Sakatsume's resolute defense and uncanny ability to anticipate each shot kept the duel balanced. Every time Alex rushed forward, Sakatsume met her with a poised slice. Every time Sakatsume unleashed fire, Alex returned it with steel. Palm tree between points, stories within stories. As the players reset for the next point, the air pulsed with stories buried deeper than any scoreboard could show. There was the journey Alex had taken from winning junior Grand Slam titles to becoming the first shocking showdown at the WTA PH Open. Sakatsume's spark ignites the night, but Eala emerges victorious. Under the floodlights of the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila, with the Philippine crowd swelling its cheers and collective breath held in anticipation, a match unfolded that would be remembered not simply for its scoreline, 6-4, 6-0 to Alex Eala, but for the raw intensity, shifting momentum, and dramatic flair that made tennis feel bigger than a competition. On paper, the clash between world number 49 Alex Eala and Japan's Himeno Sakatsume might have seemed like another rung on the ladder of a tournament. In reality, it was an ember that flared into something unforgettable, a night when Sakatsume ignited a spark that briefly stole the spotlight before Eala's powerful game reasserted itself. The stage, a home crowd, high stakes, and early drama. This was the round of 16 in the inaugural WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open, a historic event not just for the Philippines but for the broader tennis world. For the first time, a WTA-level tournament was happening on Filipino soil, a moment years in the making and a culmination of rising expectations. For Eala, this wasn't just another match. It was a chance to thrive in front of a home crowd, to justify her rapid rise in the sport, and to deliver on the promise that has come to define her career. Having dominated her first-round match with a stylish 6-1, 6-2 victory over Russia's Elena Chereva, the stakes were evidently higher. And then came Sakatsume, a familiar face and known challenger. Their rivalry was already colored by history. The Japanese fighter had scored a commanding win over Eala at the 2023 Japan Open, handling her opponent with a sharp, speedy tactical edge. That result hung over this rematch, adding intrigue and a hint of unfinished business. Set 1, a fight for momentum. When play began on Wednesday evening, Sakatsume made it clear she wasn't content to play the role of supporting act. From the first serve she displayed not only power but patience, retrieving balls deep, forcing Eala to work for every opportunity, and clutching service games that might otherwise have slipped away from less composed opponents. Every hold by Sakatsume seemed to draw fresh murmurs from a crowd torn between rooting for the local hero and appreciating an underdog's grit. Eala, typically cool under pressure, found herself tested early. At 3-2 in Sakatsume's favor, the Japanese player held serve with conviction, even pushing Eala back in rallies and testing her commitment to each ball. The tension built like a crescendo, a dance of aggression where,